Hello, and welcome to the third episode of the Two Teams, One Turf podcast brought to you by Busted Cooler Sports. I'm Che Negron.
And I am Haley Negron, the older sister.
I'm the long-suffering Jets fan.
And I am the depressed Giants fan. And we are here to talk about New York football, both the highs and the very lows. And we'll also talk a little bit about what's going around in the NFL. So let's get into episode 3. I think let's start with the Giants this week since it was a very jet heavy episode last week.
Yes.
Commanders Giants was not good. It was the Giants' 8th loss in a row. So the Commanders won that battle. They were going into it, I think, with 7 straight losses. So, you know what? Good for Mariota.
Something had to give.
Something had to give. Good for Mariota. I think, the Commanders obviously aren't having the season that they wanted after last year. But I think, you got to find bright spots, right? And looking at this Giants game, there were a few bright spots. Tyrone Tracy and Wan'Dale Robinson continue to be very impressive to me, especially Tyrone Tracy. He is explosive.
Yeah.
He is just a really fun player to watch, can get some touchdowns, a really exciting player.
Or
I believe so, yes. So that's always fun. I think he got 2 touchdowns on Sunday. So that was just really great. And Abdul Carter had a really great game. And I think we talked about him on the first episode about how we were a little disappointed in him and, the coaching staff and why he was missing meetings. But he showed up on Sunday. He had 7 tackles. He had a sack in there. 2 forced fumbles, so he was really impressive.
I mean, that's a big thing, obviously, because that's a high draft choice.
Yes.
At a very premium position. And we mentioned, the issues with maybe the motivation, maybe the lack of just caring about the defensive coordinator, whatever coaching issues they had, and to see him show up in a big way, definitely feel good about that for the future, building on that. Because obviously we know the talent is there. We know he's a supreme talent. Everyone was going gaga over him in the draft, comparing him to another Penn State player, Michael Parsons, that level of a difference maker. So to see him show up like that is good. And then the skill positions, like you mentioned. Yeah. Having a good running back, who we know Scadaboo got a lot of the attention.
Of course.
Rightfully so. But knowing that you have that depth, you mentioned the different complement that he brings to them with his explosiveness, where Scadaboo is the kind of the brute force.
Yes, the bull in the china shop.
The old Jets teams, when they were good, when they had Sean Green, a big bruiser, and they had another speedy guy, and so you always want that compliment to give a different look. Someone who can catch out of the backfield, to alleviate pressure from Dart. And Wan'Dale Robinson has been a very good compliment, so that when Neighbors gets back, you feel confident that you have 2 guys that you can throw to on that end.
So I feel like, it was not a good game, but there are a lot of bright spots. And just, again, to go back to Abdul Carter, I can't imagine how tough it must be. I'm sure this is more losses than he's ever had in his career. Same for Dart. That's hard.
Time at Penn State,
yes,
probably.
That's hard coming into this kind of environment. So for those guys to all step up, I think it was just nice to see in the midst of not a great game. And Dart, I gotta say, did not look good on Sunday. He just wasn't throwing well. I don't know if it's the new coach or what, but he looked frankly a mess out there. And I'm gonna
especially in the beginning. By the end of the game, he did get better.
Yes, but that first half, I was like, "What is this? This is not the Jackson Dart I've come to know and love." So I'm gonna chalk it up to the coach.
I think it's probably coaching. I don't think the league's figured him out within one season.
No,
I think it's a little mixture of everything you mentioned. New coach. Maybe just losing some momentum with missing time with injury and everything.
Yeah. And, he got another concussion check on Sunday. He only missed 2 plays, but, I think he's probably had a check a concussion
I
check,
think it was
and
5 times.
I was in half the games he's played.
Yeah.
Which is concerning because I really don't want Dart and by extension Scadaboo to be out of the league in 5 years.
I think the more concerning part for me is his responses to when they ask him about it in the post game pressers.
Yeah.
And he sits there and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not gonna change my play style. You just didn't watch me in college." Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, dude,
it's not college.
Yes, this is tens of millions of dollars.
Everyone is bigger. Everyone is stronger.
Yes.
And you can't be taking the hits
you
like that
can't
all the
throw
time.
yourself around like that.
It's also not. I mean, I know he was able to run in college, but that wasn't his game. We know him. He's a great thrower, and obviously he's just mobile enough to scramble. But you can't be around. I think you see it a lot now. Running quarterbacks, maybe it's changed a little bit. They've been getting hurt a lot more. Lamar missed a lot of time, hasn't looked good. Jaden Daniels has had 2 separate stints now.
And out for the rest of the year. Yeah.
So running quarterbacks, unless you're built like Josh Allen, where you're almost as big as the guys hitting you, it's very tough.
Yes. So it's not necessarily that I want him to change his play style. Like I don't want him to feel like he can't be aggressive or anything, but it's just be more mindful because obviously it's the thing we're all worried about is his brain turning into mashed potatoes, and you don't want that for such a young, promising guy, And
I wonder if because we always, when we talk about the head coaching search and we talk about how promising it is because they have the quarterback, I wonder if that even maybe would discourage people or maybe not fully kick them out, but be like, if this is my first coaching gig or am I gonna trust a guy who's
throwing himself around,
has not shown any I don't care, he's gonna miss 5 or 6 games a year
with concussions,
and if you have a quarterback who misses 4 or 5 games a year, you're gonna lose probably 80% of them,
of course,
so that could be something. You need someone that and it is the first year. He probably it's gonna change eventually, but you've got to drill that into him from the offseason to that week 1 that you have to show him the tape after tape of him getting lit up every single time on these hits, and that you cannot do this.
Yes.
You have to be ready to play, physically ready to play.
Yeah. You're the quarterback. You are the leader of this offense. And I cannot have you going in the blue tent every quarter because once again you put yourself in a position where you took a giant hit.
And and it's
you're my leader here.
It's fun to see. It's a hype on where he gets to that's on a big 4th down maybe in the 4th quarter, not 12 minutes left in the second. You're at 3rd and 9 and you're getting blasted on the sideline to get an extra yard.
Yeah.
And maybe there's when they say the healthy moderation.
Sure. Yes. We got that dog.
Obviously, when there's
don't take it away, but learn to slide
if you're going for
or
a
something.
big touchdown to win, you're gonna take a hit. Yeah, be the tough guy.
Yes.
But
but not in a game against
second and 7 first quarter.
We're playing the Commanders. Come on, it's not a big deal.
So,
Yes.
I need a coach that can rein that in.
Yes.
It should be like a special ultimate ability.
Only when needed. Break glass, in case of emergency. Yeah. But he did get it together. I think he threw for almost 250 yards. He had a couple touchdowns in there, but it could have been better. And then, the Giants' special teams just continues to be an area where they are not good at all.
The complete opposite of the Jets.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only thing we're good at.
Yeah, literally. I think Jalen Lane on the Commanders had a 63-yard punt return touchdown. So this is the 2nd straight game where the Giants have surrendered a punt return for a touchdown. And then when you look at our kicker, the Giants released Koo earlier this week. I believe he missed 2 field goals on Sunday. And of course he had the really terrible non-kick against the Pats 2 weeks ago. So
kickers are so weird to me because they lose it. And
that's it. They're done. They could
guy was a fantastic kicker a couple of years ago.
I had my fantasy team 5 years ago.
And I don't know how he lost it. how do I don't think kickers get
because
washed. Like
kickers,
it's not.
There's kickers who've been in the league for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Nick Folk
played
with
still
your
good. I'm waiting
head
for him
coach.
for it to fall, because like we had Greg the
Yeah.
Leg. Greg the Leg was fantastic, and then
Leg.
last year couldn't make a kick.
Yeah.
So it just happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kickers are very weird, very fickle,
they
very
can
fickle
lose
position.
the sauce very quickly. But yeah, I mean, the Giants. I think I was like cautiously optimistic last week when we recorded. And then this week I think brought me back down to earth. And this Giants team is bad. I mean, I see them like they're still going out there, like they're still trying to win, and you have to appreciate that. But I think the race to the number 1 pick continues for them. And we'll talk about like the Sunday game a little later, but I don't know how many more wins the Giants have in them, unfortunately. So should we move on
need you to get one so that the Raiders don't get that number 1 pick. Oh wait, no, I don't want them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you need us to lose out, and
Although if we end up tied, we hop you. We have a better tiebreaker.
Oh,
with the strength of schedule.
Oh, okay.
Everyone needs to
That's
win
fair.
once, and we need to lose.
All right. Well, on that note,
Yes.
Jets, Jaguars.
So I was accurate last week. I said we're gonna lose. I said it's not gonna be close.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's gonna be over early. All three were perfectly accurate and on the nose.
Yeah.
And it starts once again. Terrible start.
I feel like I sat down, got comfy, and all of a sudden I checked my phone. 7-0.
I was shoveling some stuff, so
Yes.
I didn't get in until about like 1:15. I sat on the couch and Lawrence was running it in for a second touchdown. They're already 14-0 by the time I had sat
it's like
down.
5 minutes into the game.
And we had the same issue last week. They
Yeah.
had a terrible start. They were immediately, down 2-3 scores in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And because we mentioned that they got eliminated last week, so I guess technically this was the first time they really had nothing to play for, and it was just kind of that lack of emotion.
Did it kind of look like it?
Lack of emotion, lack of drive in the beginning, that they weren't ready to go for the second straight week, which has raised my English with Glenn, like how there has to be something to motivate these guys. I mean, there's a team that now is looking like, let's just get the season over with. Which is not fun to watch. They're not ready to go from the start. Because like we mentioned when you're a bad team, and especially when you think of the mindset of like when you're a good team and you're facing a bad team, they always say to knock them out early because they're just they're not gonna have the fight by the end.
Right.
So you have to do anything you can to not to.
Yes, you can't be down 21-0 early on.
The winning team, the better team, always was like, oh, and let's not give them hope. And within 5 minutes, there's no hope for the Jets to win. So that can't happen. There needs to be something in the beginning of the game to have them go forward, and they just haven't done it the last couple weeks.
What do you think it is? Because the second half is not terrible for them. It's just like it's literally straight out the gate that they are just getting demolished.
I don't if it's game plan. So
is it
that sounds like game plan and preparation.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they're better with adjustments. But the defense, I mean, we'll talk about this. I'm just going to it now that they fired Steve Wilkes, defensive coordinator.
Yes. Unsurprising, unfortunately.
It's hard to. They've looked absolutely terrible. Still don't have an interception, but regardless of that point, the defense looked pathetic.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence had 6 touchdowns, 5 passing, 1 rushing. I know that they are a little depleted. They obviously traded Quinn Williams. A lot of guys that are injured as well, but they looked. It was terrible. There was nothing.
Yeah.
There was no pressure on Lawrence. They didn't get any sack. I think they only registered like 2 hits, and the secondary was just lost. There was at least 3 or 4 times I was watching this where we didn't get any pressure. Right.
Yeah.
So Lawrence just standing around waiting, and he just kind of rolls out, and he just chucks it up way downfield. These are terrible idea throws. You see, guys wide open. I don't know how that is possible.
Yeah.
When the secondary, and it's been a long. I guess it's hard to stay in coverage that long. So I guess some blame does belong on the front.
Sure.
But these are not. He's not throwing absolute lasers. He's just throwing them up like that.
Yeah,
He's down there somewhere, and they're wide open. for third, big chunk plays, and they've allowed way too many of those. And I think they had to fire Wilson. I mean, there's only 3 games left.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I think the players on the defensive side had definitely lost confidence in him.
Are you still a fan of Glenn? Because sometimes it seems like it's. I mean, he is the head coach.
Yeah.
We talked about this. The team is also bad.
Yeah.
But
I still am a fan of Glenn. I don't think, unless it's like, I mean, I guess if it's really, really bad to get rid of coach after the first year, but I don't think it makes sense to move on after 1 year.
Yeah.
Especially, that looks bad on you because, and what would any of like the new coaching candidates are coming out, the top coordinator candidates, why would they look at you instead? Because you're someone that's just going to fire them after 1 year. If you're inheriting a team that everyone knows is going to be bad and you have a expectedly bad year, you're fired. Like, no high quality. I mean, obviously they will get a coach because someone's going to want to be a head coach.
Of course,
but those high quality candidates, you're not gonna get them. And Glenn was a very well respected, high quality candidate when he got. So I think they are going to give him time. Yeah. And I think getting rid of the coordinator
growing pains, I think
more
it's
of a, just like, how do you vouch for the performance that they had been?
Oof. And how did Brady Cook look? I didn't really watch the game. I was watching the Giants on the other channel.
A solid 5-minute stretch where I laughed.
Oh no!
No! This is it. Where I laughed because he was out playing dart so much. That second. Oh yes,
you did text me this. You did text me this.
He had a drive where the Jets got touchdown. His first career passing touchdown.
Yay!
He went about 6 for 6, 50 yards and a touchdown on the drive, and Dart was like 3 of 9. So I was laughing.
Dart did start terribly.
I had to send the text. I had to get my shots in because I knew it was going to turn. But
like
I had to make the shots that Brady Cook was out playing Dart. So, congratulations on the first time. His family was there. They looked very happy.
That's nice.
A.D. Mitchell, who caught it. Another good game for him as well.
They were in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Immediately got the ball, gave it to Brady Cook so he could have that ball.
Oh.
But then, of course, and then it finally started to look bad.
He fell back down to
earth. He had about 3 interceptions.
They figured him out a little quick.
some were bad interceptions. But, like, I mean, it's understandable. Like we said, he's an undrafted free,
third string forced into this. Yeah.
He was. I mean, I think he was a little better than the first game.
Okay.
Still wasn't progress. It's still not a good performance.
I mean, and the Jaguars are a good team.
Yeah.
And that's a hard task.
I do think at the very least, Cook has proven that he can be a competent backup in the league.
Sure.
But it's a good career. No problem. But I don't think there's anything more than that. I don't think they're expecting anything more than that. I think it's just, you're going to have to deal with the lumps when you play with him. You're going to see some plays that are like, all right, he looks good. He can move the ball a little bit. And you're also going to see some poor decision-making, which most young quarterbacks do anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. It's nothing super exciting, but it's also, I'm not going to. I've seen more unwatchable quarterback play.
Oh.
From the Jets. I've seen Chris Streveler go out there.
Who?
This, I remember.
Let's go down the.
I don't know what year this was. That was
Ghost of Jets QB pass.
It was one of the Zach Wilson years, so he was playing terrible, and we went to Mike White, but Mike White was hurt, and Wilson was playing terrible, so we brought in Streveler, who was the third string.
Oh gosh.
He was short, a little chunky.
Oh.
He was a big runner. Could not throw this ball.
Oof.
It was so funny to watch. There was a play. Nobody even everyone was like, he's never gonna throw the ball. There was a play and our tight end was wide open down the field.
Yeah.
It was like Thursday night. I feel like it was Thursday. Like, I don't even know if it's true, but I feel like it was Thursday night against the Patriots as usual. He just throws it, and Dad and I are like, yes. Throw is terrible. The tight end has to stop, come in, make a diving catch. It would have been a for sure touchdown. Maybe that's Streveler. Brady Cook, at least, I feel like, can throw the ball. I don't know if he can win you games, but he can throw the ball at least. So it's not. Boy. It is whatever. But yeah, so that was pretty much the game. They did have
your special teams.
So Isaiah Williams almost had another punt return for a touchdown.
Hey, there we go.
I thought it probably should have been. They took it away for a penalty It was on the other side. It was
back,
on the
right?
other side of the field for a block out of bounds. So it really didn't have an impact on the play. I think it was a bad call. Cost my guy another touchdown, but he deserves his credit again. I think he,
all right.
at this point, may as well be an all-pro
Shout
punt
outs
returner.
to that guy. And who's the coach again? I love his name.
Chris Banjo.
Yeah, Chris Banjo. The two bright spots.
So it was another
ugly
bad game. 48-20. And I think the big thing is on the first episode, we felt positive that we felt like they had been playing well. And it feels like that positive momentum has been being built is gone.
Oh.
And I know you're like, oh, they were bad all year. Yes, we know that. But they had won 3 of 5 after this 0-7 start. And like we said, we're like, all right, you know what? We can see maybe they're playing a little up to their ability. Maybe, there's a lot of fight, could get in some close games, see some development.
Right.
But now it's just like...
Yeah, the past 2 games have just really felt like a wallop on the Jets where, if it was a tight competitive game and you still lost, fine, whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is. They've been uncompetitive.
Yes, it's like you said, you came in and immediately you're down 14-0. Yeah. And you're like, what? I just sat down. It's been 10 minutes, so...
And, you're already up against it. You're down to your third-string quarterback. You got a lot of injuries. Garrett Wilson is not going to return this year, as they mentioned.
Yeah.
So you're already up against it. So if you don't come out right away at the gate, it's how it's going to be.
Right.
And if they look flat on the first drive offensively, the defense probably isn't also going to look that much better, and it's just going to be more of the same old. So, not pretty. Hopefully.
Not pretty, no. So let's, I guess, quickly talk about other things that happened in the league last week. I think the big one is the Chiefs are officially out. And I'd like to say I did say it the first episode. I was like, I'll say it. I think they're going to be out. And
Yeah. I had to be the one that didn't want to get burned just in case.
Because you never know with their devil magic.
Because last year,
I get it.
All I could say was they're not this good, and they were winning every week, and everybody thought I was crazy, and I was like, it is gonna happen eventually. It didn't happen until the Super Bowl, but I was right. So the point is, I just knew. I was like, they usually figure out some way, but when at the end of the day, when they come to a better team, they would lose. But they just haven't had it all year. They had some poor luck. Mahomes unfortunately did tear his ACL.
Yes, that's very unfortunate. So I want them to lose, but not lose your best player.
So that's probably 9 months. Look back, he will play.
He might miss a little bit.
I missed the first few weeks, but hope he.
Do you think Kelsey comes back?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he was gonna retire this year at the end of this year anyway.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I know he said he was considering it.
My conspiracy theory was that he was going to propose to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl last year, but they lost. And then he was like, well, I'll just come back. And he looked 50 out there. He did not look good.
I don't think he wants to do it anymore.
He's 34?
36, I think.
36, wow. That's a long
career
for a tight end.
He was in the tough days before Mahomes. He was with the Chiefs. So he's had a very long Hall of Fame career.
But ding dong, the witch is dead. Yeah. The Chiefs are out. Also, last week, very excellent game, Bills-Patriots, that we did not get to see.
Yeah, it was on CBS at 1 p.m. Who scheduled that?
Because
the New York market was forced to watch Jets-Jaguars, which was over at 1:45.
Who scheduled that? That is not cool. That should have been the 4 o'clock game. Yeah. Because it looked bad early on for Josh Allen.
I was making fun of him too.
Yes.
I was laughing.
Down it was 21-0 or something.
It's bad, yeah.
All of a sudden I looked up, it came back and scored and won.
There was the controversial pass interference call.
Oh, we always love that.
Seemed to keep them in it.
There we go.
Help them get a touchdown there. Which it wasn't, I think, the difference of the game, but it was a big little momentum swing there.
Yeah.
But the Bills, they're still not in first place. But
no.
And I still don't know if they will win the division. Patriots, I don't think have a. But I say I don't know what their schedule is. I know they have the Jets, so I know it can't be that bad. So they might not lose another game. So
that is true.
But it wasn't very good.
Hey, so did the Bills, though.
Yeah, everyone gets to beat up on us. Those last 2 games are so gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Patriots Bills. I mean, Josh Allen.
You can't. I feel like that's the new one. Like you can't count him out.
Yeah.
He's barfing on the sideline,
which he does
in it
apparently
to win it
every week.
Yeah, he's like, if I don't get it out pregame, it comes out in the middle. I was like, what? So you got too much adrenaline. I don't know.
Weird anxiety.
They are expecting, so I don't know. Maybe he's feeling some sympathy and nausea.
He's always, he said he's always
been like
that's
nervous.
Just how he is.
Yeah.
He like nervously throws up before games, which is kind of crazy.
I know. He's been in the league how long?
Well, he was in the same draft as Darnold, I believe.
Oh.
Because we could have picked him.
Great segue. Very fun Thursday night game last night. I say that only watching the last 5 minutes. Actually, that's a lie. I also watched the first 5 minutes, and it was kind of boring. But no, I mean, look, kudos to Sam Darnold. I have root for him. Yeah, I feel like he got a raw deal.
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, it was fun. You beat up. I think the Rams are probably the best team in the NFL right now, and to have a gritty win in overtime on a 2-point conversion, that's fun.
Yeah, I'm still not ready to believe in Darnold to the level of some other players.
He exercised
because I don't know. We saw last year. They were 14-2, and then they came in that last week. He did not play well.
Was it to the Rams?
The Lions.
Oh, the Lions.
And then did not play well in the playoffs. So
yeah. And earlier this year, he had a real stinker against the Rams.
He's been poor for the last few weeks. I mean, they almost lost to Phillip Rivers the week before.
True.
He hasn't necessarily been like elite to like Stafford level. I mean, he has very good numbers. He's a good year. Yeah. But there's still some question marks that I feel when it comes to
I don't think they're going they're not going to the bowl. They have the number 1 seed right now. Yeah. I don't think they're going to the bowl. I don't think they're that good, but it's fun. You gotta root for Seattle. They don't win anything over there. You gotta root for them a little bit.
Yeah, they won like 10 years ago.
What else? Oh, the NFC South. No one.
Yeah, I mean Tampa.
That's the one division where everyone's like, okay.
Tampa lost, and probably Carolina was like, "Yeah, we get to control our destiny." Lose to the Saints.
Yep.
They're 7-7. Both teams are 7-7.
Yes, they play each other this weekend. So I think so.
So that's a division race going to go right down to the wire.
Hell yeah.
And you have 2 quarterbacks that have their moments. Mm-hmm. Bryce Young and Baker, and 2 who also at the same time look like they can't. They're not that guy. But
I want Baker to get it together. I really like Baker. I want him to have some success.
But I actually want Carolina because I know Bryce Young had struggled first year, and he had gotten a lot of flack early on. Yeah. And he's still, like I said, he's been up and down this year, but you've seen better things. So I think, I'll root for the young quarterback to make that step, get into the playoffs, win the division.
That's fair.
And last thing I want to mention, Myles Garrett, he's right on that sack record. I think he's tied right now. Ooh. 21 and a half. Wow. So, I mean, he's got 3 games. He's probably going to break it. Who are the Browns playing this weekend?
Let me check the Bills.
Whose offensive line, I mean, the Texans sacked him like 8 times. So he's at 21 and a half sacks already this year. Just an incredible year. I know he's wanted out, and Cleveland's always like, no.
I mean, you're the one good player we still have on this team.
He only sacked the Jets 1 time.
Oh, there we go.
That was this crazy stretch right here. At New England, he got 5 sacks. Ooh. Then the Jets just won, and then 4 sacks against Baltimore, 3 sacks against the Raiders. That's a 4-game stretch with 13 sacks. Wow. He's had 8 straight games with a sack. So incredible year for him.
Good for him.
MVP level year. I mean,
good
he's
for
not
him.
an MVP, but defense player of the year.
We talk about this. It's hard to play to your best on a crappy team, and
he's been like that. He's always been elite edge rusher, and he's got the record-setting numbers.
Hell yeah!
So yeah,
awesome.
That should be a fun thing to watch. See if he gets it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he will at this point.
What's the record?
He's tied with the record.
Oh, he's tied with the record. So he's going to break it, pretty much.
It's just if he's going to break it this week.
Gotcha. Oh, how fun.
Yeah. Let me say it. Because there's, I think Watt had gotten
and, you got to do it before that last week, because then people are like, it doesn't count. Because back in my day.
He is one away from tying the record. The record is 22 and a half.
But my dude.
And TJ Watt both did it. He is at 21 and a half right now. So that was the correction.
Gotcha. Correction.
I jumped the gun a little. But he's still he's got 3 games left. So even if he doesn't do this week, you still can't get on him, because if he gets it next week, it'll still be the regular 16 games.
Oh, so, wow. Oh, good for him.
In fact, actually this year that TJ Watt did it. I remember he was injured. Yeah, everyone's like, 17 games, but he only played 15 games that year, TJ Watt.
And he got 22 and a half sacks?
So,
damn. He's Watts.
That's legit. I know.
All right. Should we look ahead to the Jets and Giants this Sunday? They're not playing on Saturday. There are Saturday games, because the NFL likes to do that the week before Christmas for some reason. But the Jets and the Giants both play on
they
Sunday.
used to do, because the big college football games weren't around. But now it doesn't matter, because now the playoff has gone this far ahead, so they are competing. It used to be because it would be like there would be some bowl games, but they didn't have a Saturday competition.
Really? The NFL's just trying to take over everything. Yeah. They're also playing on Christmas. That's not an NFL day.
Oh, but the Christmas Day slate is not good.
No, they paid all that money for the Chiefs. Yeah, they're not exciting games. No.
NBA slate might be better.
Knicks are playing.
Yeah. Knicks are good. Knicks, Cleveland, yeah.
All right, yes. Let's talk about. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Christmas is not for another week and a half. We're recording this on Friday. Jets and Saints. And then Vikings, Giants.
Do you want to start with the Giants?
Sure, I'll start with the Giants. I don't have too much to talk about, because I don't think the Giants are winning this. I think the Vikings are better. The only thing I really have is, McCarthy didn't look terrible the last game, so maybe he's turning it around. It's just fun to laugh at him, because I think a lot of us were a little confused.
A lot of memes.
Yes. But look, Dart versus McCarthy, it's always fun to see 2 young QBs go at it against each other. But the Vikings are better. Their defense is better. I feel like the Giants are going to lose this.
Yeah. McCarthy's interesting, because I'm not rooting for him to fail. I was never impressed with him at Michigan either. Yeah. I was surprised he went that high. Mm-hmm. I thought, he was like a fine quarterback. I'm not a scout, so maybe there was other tools that just looked very impressive, but I was never wowed by him in college. Mm-hmm. And I think, they went pretty big to bet on him as their quarterback. And then he obviously got hurt last year, so Darnold was good. And Darnold had such a great year, but they felt comfortable enough letting Darnold go. Yeah. To have McCarthy, and it hasn't panned out yet. It's still, you do want to give him some time.
It's still really early for him,
but
so
I think there's definitely a lot of pressure on him to play well. To end it, because obviously they aren't going to be.
And he started the past game or two, so I'm interested to see if he continues to improve. And I'm looking for at Abdul Carter again. He had, we talked about, that incredible performance. So I want to see something similar again. I want him to go out there and be aggressive and get sacks, put pressure on the QB.
I was because we say that, the Giants aren't going to win. But, if McCarthy has one of those bad games, could happen.
In the history of sports recently, does New York own Minnesota sports? Yes. So crazy things could happen, but I'm not expecting it to. So that's all I really got on the Vikings and Giants. I'm not looking forward to having to sit through this one. But you know what? I'm gonna hope that our bright spots, that I talked about earlier, Tyron Tracy and Wandale Robinson, look good. Like I said, I want Abdul Carter to look good. I want Dart to go back to himself. maybe not so crazy, but like I want Dart to look better than he was last week. And I would love our special teams to just like maybe not give up a punt return for a touchdown. Like, you know, it's the little things that I'm looking forward to in this Giants Vikings matchup.
Yeah. All right. Should we go over to the Jets Saints?
Yes. Race towards the bottom here.
Big game.
Yeah.
One of the rare big games you have, especially when it's two bad teams, because we can call that the toilet bowl game.
Yes.
Now it's not even the biggest toilet bowl game for this podcast, because the Giants are gonna play the Raiders.
Yes,
soon.
next week.
And those are two worst teams. But early in the year, this game looked like it was gonna be terrible. The Jets are 3-11. Saints surprising win last week over the Panthers. They're now 4-10. So they're not the two worst teams in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think this would be a big game to potentially decide number one pick. Probably not anymore. Mm-hmm. But both teams still are not, they're not good. But the Saints have won 2 in a row. And
yes.
Their rookie quarterback who they drafted last year, Tyler Shuck, has looked solid recently.
He's gotten better. Okay.
Enough to where he has given the fan base something from what I've read about. So much so that even if I check some mock drafts, that they think maybe the Saints wouldn't take a quarterback this draft. But Shuck has had some solid performance recently.
For you guys.
Averaging, he's had some turnovers, but that's as usual. Young quarterback does, but he does look like he has some arm talent, makes some throws. So he's got to be feeling confident, some momentum. So he's probably can't wait to face this Jets defense that has looked terrible for 2 weeks. At a defense that won't give pressure, and won't force turnovers. So he's probably going to feel good about it. And we'll see how he comes out. It's going to be Brady Cook again. No surprise there.
What's wrong with Tyron?
He had a groin injury.
Oh.
Fields had a knee injury.
Oh.
So
Yikes.
it will be Cook again.
Okay.
And, hopefully little improvements there. Maybe cut down turnovers a little bit. But they are really kind of the same. They first-year coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Who are respected coordinators. Kellen Moore is the Saints coach.
Right.
Offensive coordinator. And obviously Glenn. They both had very poor starts. A lot that everyone thought they were going to get the number one pick.
Yeah. Shaky QBs. They've
had like I mentioned, the Jets after 0-7 start had that three wins in 5 games. The Saints have won 2 in a row. So they're both kind of the same. Kind of dealing with these issues, these growing pains, these trying to find little moments with their first year coach. The big thing, though, that would concern me on the Jets end, obviously then just the fact that the defense hasn't been good, is the Saints defense is actually one of the better passing defenses in the league. They're, I believe, 6th in passing yards. I think they allow less than 200 passing yards a game. So that's, for a team that's already coming in with probably a less than capable passing game. It's going to be tough to move the ball, I would think. Yeah. Unless Breece Hall has one of his. Breece Hall's talented enough to where he can individually make fantastic plays, but I think if the Jets want any chance of wanting to win this game, they're probably going to need to do it through their run game and their special teams. Controlling with their punting game. Yeah. Both returning and kicking. So I think that's their goal. I think the Saints, with their, confidence, maybe with Shuck and the Jets' lack of defense, they probably feel good about being able to score. The Jets, if you want to win, you got to try and keep it low scoring because you're not going to win a shootout. Yeah, you're probably not going to come close to that. And I think the biggest thing that we want to see is, will the defense come out there with some pride?
Oh,
because
I hope
they have been battered the last 2 games.
You can't
it's
have the Saints start
with the interim defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Chris Harris, he was the defensive backs coach this year. So 34 points allowed against Miami, 48 points allowed against Jacksonville.
You need to do a little better.
And I know, like we said, they're not as talented as we have established. But there has to be something. There's even though maybe there's lack of series, maybe lack of playing with each other with the people that are injured, being out, there's got to be something. You can't look like practice squad players out there. You
Yeah.
know, so I like to see a little something. I mean, maybe the scheme is going to be different because Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald haven't really been impressive on the edge.
Yeah.
The linebacker play has been poor, and those are Sherwood, Quincy. These are guys that like we were counting on to be stable, good players. Sherwood was great last year. Quincy was an All-Pro a couple years ago, and they have not been good. Jermaine hasn't. He's coming back from the Achilles, so he hasn't had as much production. But Will McDonald he's not looking like he can be a 3-down player. He looks like more of a situational pass rusher. I'd love for him to prove me wrong, but all in all, it's been a lot of underperformance from the guys you were expecting to be, pillars for your defense. And when the guys that were consistently good are traded, now they don't look good at all.
Gotcha.
So how are they going to come out this week? Are they going to show some fight? And we'll see. I don't know.
Do you think the Jets can win this? Or are you not hoping for a loss, but
I'm not hoping for a loss. I don't see
I know you're
them
not
winning.
a tank person.
I don't see them. I think there's just too many holes for them to win. I think the biggest thing is the quarterback. I don't think, Brady Cook, I don't think he's not going to throw for 450 yards. Like if you need, at the most important position, I don't think they're capable enough to win.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah.
I don't really see. Obviously, maybe they'll surprise and get an interception, return for a touchdown, and have another great special teams game, and they could obviously win. But I would bet the Saints would win this game.
Oh, it's a race to the bottom for both New York teams. Yep. Okay, let's preview for this weekend. There's an interesting game tomorrow, Packers-Bears, because they keep flip-flopping on who is leading that division, so that should be pretty exciting. There wasn't too much, like Bucks-Panthers on Sunday. Let's see what else. Chargers, Cowboys. Cowboys are still technically in it, but like I've said, I don't buy into the Cowboys propaganda.
I don't think so anymore.
Yeah. Jags, Broncos, just because like they're both good.
Yeah, a lot of Saturday games.
Yeah. No, this is Sunday.
Oh.
And then the Sunday night game, Patriots, Ravens. I think that should be good. Are the Ravens? Are they out? What's going on with that?
I think if they lose this game. They might be out. I'm not 100% sure because they're 2 back of the. So I guess if they lose and the Texans win, they will be out.
Yes. Okay. Dang, I'm rooting for the Texans though. I like that.
I think the Ravens are too far. They're looking like you need at least at minimum 10 wins to make the playoffs. Probably 11 wins.
Yikes! Yeah.
Colts starting really good. That's good for the Jets. The Jets are gonna get a high pick. With the Colts being out of it.
Yeah, that's why I think the Cowboys are done. They're 6-7-1. Yeah. And like the Lions are still on the outside looking in, and they're 8-6. So I don't think the Cowboys.
I don't think the Cowboys
have it
either.
in them.
Panthers would only probably get in if they win the division, which that one's gonna go right down to the wire.
Sure. So that should be an interesting one.
That gives you the playoff probability.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so anyway, go to the Ravens real quick. So if they lose, their playoff probability drops to 26%. If they win, it goes up to 48%, which is still less than 50. But So
and look at the Colts might be out of it.
Yeah, they don't.
Don't you have a Colts pick?
Yeah, we have the first round pick. That's why I'm like, cool if they're out. Yeah, like the Cowboys, they got like no chance.
If win 2%, and they need the Lions to collapse. They need a lot. The Packers
win out, the
probably.
Eagles lose out. Maybe they get the division. I don't even know.
Yeah. So. Should we just quickly look at the Christmas games? Because I don't think we'll be recording this before Christmas, because it's on a Thursday. So really quick. Yeah, like we said, they're not too exciting.
Yeah.
It's Cowboys, Commanders at 1.
Which probably in the beginning of the year sounded exciting, but Commanders haven't played well. Jaden Daniels is out.
Cowboys ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Lions, Vikings, I guess. And then Broncos, Chiefs is the 8:00 game. And Netflix was like, yes. Give me Mahomes in prime time. And Now they're gonna have Gardner Minshew at 8
Well,
o'clock.
I've always loved Gardner Minshew.
Me too, but I mean, come on. 8 o'clock on Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of quarterback injuries there. Jaden Daniels, Mahomes, big stars out.
Yep.
McCarthy hasn't exactly lived up to the hype.
We'll see how he plays against the Giants this week, but not holding my breath.
Those games aren't looking too exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna watch for the. Are these all on Netflix? I saw idea. Snoop Dogg is doing some halftime show. So
they'll probably, I think, maybe not the Broncos Chiefs, just because that defense is so good. It's probably just not gonna. Yeah. The Chiefs probably won't be able to score that much. Other games will probably be close. Like I don't think the games are bad.
Oh yeah,
they're just not exciting.
They're not
matchups
interesting
with a ton of meaning. Yes. At this point, because a lot of the teams are out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Put that Panthers Bucks game should have been on Christmas. That's what I'm talking about. But see, this is the NFL trying to move in on Christmas. Christmas is an NBA holiday. Okay. Fight me on
Christmas,
that.
we're watching the Knicks and Stranger Things.
Hell yeah, that's my Christmas Day plans. I think is that it. Is there anything else we wanted to add?
Nothing else. No.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on the 3rd episode of Two Teams, One Turf. Always love talking football with you, Che.
Always a good time. And make sure to tune in to Ballin' at 7th and the Atlantic. Ballin' at 7th and Atlantic. Let's just And make sure to tune in to Ballin' at 7th and Atlantic with Patrick and Blake, our basketball podcast about the Knicks, who are the new NBA Cup champions.
Yes, the reigning NBA Cup champion
and the Brooklyn
Knicks. Nets. Yeah. Did they win that game last week?
I do not know. Tune into the podcast. They will have the answer.
Yes, they will tell you more. But Knicks, they're looking good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about them. I'm shifting into Knicks mode.
Yeah.
You know, football, what is even happening
I've been in Knicks mode since
shifting into Knicks
October
mode.
1st.
All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to all our listeners out there.
Presents A Peter Griffin Christmas, featuring such standards as
everybody look at the snow in the yard.
And who could forget
I brought these gifts for you, they're up in my bum.
And everyone's favorite
La 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 la, la 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 la, look at the bells, holy crap, here comes Jesus, and he doesn't look too happy. Merry Christmas, everyone.